Mhm. Hi again, everyone. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean. And we're about to get into this Lit Express class. It's lit for real. Let's do it. Okay. I feel like I've been chatting with so many people lately who were marching, have some like aches and pains or some sort of issues because adulting is all about overcoming a variety of problems. Wait, I can start this room. They sure are not. Yes, they are. Okay. Um, so today's lit class, we're gonna take it down a notch. You know, some days it really is just the joy of actually being able to get up and move. Like, how lucky are we that this is a possibility for us? So, for those of you out there who need a little bit less, but would like some guidance and some motivation, this class is for you. And if you need a little bit more, but you just want a delightful movement break, this class is for you too, because everyone should get up and enjoy some mobility. Awesome. Let's move a little forward and back if you can. If you need to stay in one place and just tap those toes, then that's what you're doing. Perhaps it's just a little tap of those toes or kick of those heels. So we're going to get all those movements in today where you're going to do the best that you can. And your best is always enough. I'm so proud of you for simply showing up and trying. Awesome. This is going to be our last warm-up move because our exercise itself is basically a warm-up. You have two different options. You can challenge yourself to move for a whole minute through every exercise, or if you need a little break, as always, you can take them when you want. But we're going to have a beep at 40 seconds so you can take 20 seconds of recovery. Our first move is going to be a very modified jumping jack. So stepping one leg out and reaching your arm up and over, maybe even a rotation and twist. We're going to find 4 times reaching up nice and high, and then 4 times where you reach or press through. If you push through your hands palm, it's going to feel a little bit more intense with that push as opposed to the reach. So find what works for you. We start in 3, 2, 1, begin. So 4 times reaching up overhead. The arm that moves has the leg that taps, and then 4 times reaching or pressing through. If the pace that I'm moving is too fast for you, then please move a little bit slower. But if you need to move a little bit faster, that's an option too. You're finding what works for you and you're breathing. Make sure that you are enjoying some delightful long breaths. Because if you're holding your breath, then that's not good. That's not sustainable. If you want that break at 40 seconds, if you need to recover, take that break right now. Otherwise, you can keep moving for these 20 seconds. Our next move, though, is going to be a side lunge, step in, back lunge, step in. So either you're stepping out and stepping in and just shifting your weight. Only one leg is really moving. Let's begin. Or you're taking a big lunge and you're doing your best to find a curtsey. So either just step in, behind, in, and your foot, if you need to rotate this foot at all while you're stepping behind, because that's how your body moves, that's what you're doing. A little option for everyone today. Just a great way to get up out of your seat, find some movement of your feet. You can take that break if you need to. We hit the 40 seconds. If you want to keep going, keep going. Well, let me show you our next move. In 10 seconds, we got some front kicks. Maybe that means that you're just digging your heel to the floor in front of you. Maybe you can actually lift that leg and kick. Let's get started. I'm kicking with my laces here. So bam, like there's a tennis ball hanging in front of me and I'm trying to kick it with the tops of my feet. Otherwise, it's just those heels can alternate taking forward one and then the other. If you need to put your hand on something for balance, go ahead, use anything around you as a prop. And you can do a little bit of both of these moves, maybe a couple kicks, maybe a couple digs. Yes. Okay. Next up, kind of putting those moves together with a little grapevine. So step behind, step, tap. You can keep going for those last 10 seconds. I'm just showing you what's coming up. If the grapevine doesn't work, 2 lateral side steps. Begin. Either of these 2 side steps, or you're adding that extra movement, step behind, step, heel dig. Look how we did that. Awesome. You can keep this move nice and slow also, or you can start to speed it up. You can add it a little bit of upper body, doing the grapevine. Maybe you even want to add in a knee drive or that kick to the front. Awesome. If you want that break at 40 seconds, it's here right now. Otherwise, we're going to keep moving through the end of this minute and we're going to start back again with our super modified jacks, right? Those reach up overhead and reach to the sides. Okay. Almost there. Here we go. So 4 times reaching up, finding that big stretch through your side body, and then 4 times rotating through your chest, keeping your core in. The more that you really brace from the center line too, the easier balance is going to be. Make sure you're still using your breath. Remember that flat hand to the floor is going to be easier as we reach to the side. A little bit less activation of the back than if you're trying to push an imaginary door or wall. Ooh, feels good though. If you want that break at 40 seconds, this is your 40-second break point. Otherwise, we're just keeping going. We're moving for 16 minutes in a row potentially, or you're still moving for 16 minutes with a couple of breaks. Next up is the other leg, finding your step out in lunge. Did you get started? Did you remember what the next move was? Sometimes I forget. Remember, it can be that big lunge. It can be this big curtsey, or it can simply be a step. If you're going for the lunge, just make sure that your knee and your toe are pointing in the same direction. And your glutes are going back behind you. I took a yoga class yesterday because I'm doing a 60-day challenge. Here's your 40-second break. Today is day 59. Yesterday's class was so hard, the teacher couldn't even remember the intensely challenging sequence. So it happens sometimes, you know. Ooh, crackety crack. We got our front kicks. Come right into those front kicks. I'm going to kick myself all the way over to a quick little sip of water. Just wetting the whistle during the workout. You can have your hands at your hips if you need different assist with balance. Maybe your arms are moving alternately. Maybe you decided to pick up some weights. Remember, you can get those heel digs right here also. I slyly was trying to encourage you to do a more challenging move. But I hope, take the break if you need it, I hope that you did the move that was right for your body today. Keep that chest lifted wherever you're at. Keep your eye gaze up too. No need to look down at the floor into the nothingness. We got our grapevine next. You ready? Here we go. Grapevine and then quality snap. You can stay still with your upper body, or you can move those shoulders. Remember, if the grapevine is confusing, two side steps, two lateral side steps. Still such a great move, working those inner outer thighs. So you're just doing what's right for you. How you feeling? I know some people don't like the grapevine. I'm a fan. Reminds me of take that 40-second break if you want to. Reminds me of those bar bat mitzvah times. Woo! I got a wedding to go to this weekend. I had to get a black tie dress and shoes, and I don't have a purse. We're right back to those modified jacks. Get right into it. 4 reaches in each direction, and then switch it up. If you get more than 4, if you get less than 4, it's okay. Maybe you want to go for 2 and 2. We're halfway through our whole workout. We're going to do each round 4 times total today. And this is round number 3. How you doing at home? I hope you're feeling fantastic. If you need to hit pause and take an extra little break or breath, go for it. If you need to go to the bathroom, just come right back. Here's that 20-second rest. I'm going to enjoy it this time. I'm just going to relax my arms for a moment. Next up, we've got that side lunge side step. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Back to that original leg and really think about your placement. If you're just stepping to the side, totally fine. Once you start to bring that bend to your knee, though, you want to make sure that you step out wide enough. You're sending your glutes behind you. You just don't want to have too much weight in your toes. So weight comes to your heels as you come into that side lunge. If you're really getting that curtsey lunge, you're using your front heel, this leg that's not moving, to press yourself up. That's your 20 seconds rest. I'm just going to keep going on this exercise. So this one heel that's down on the floor is really taking a lot of work right now. Pressing up from the lunge, I'm using this moving foot, but everything else is a lot of the static leg, front kick. Round 3, maybe you make your front kicks a little bit bigger. You do not have to. Maybe you move a little with your kicking. It's totally your choice. If you want that break at 40 seconds, it is about to beep. Otherwise, let's just keep going. 40 seconds might be a really long time. A minute might just be too much for you today, depending on how you're feeling. What's your health like? Are you overcoming some sort of a health challenge? Oh, what's next? Grapevine. You got to start somewhere, right? I know for me, it does not feel good to just sit. I'm very bad at it. Even when I don't feel well, I still want to do something. And it might not be the same as what I do when I'm feeling great. And maybe some days I really push myself, and it is. But taking time to recover, taking time to really honor where your body is at is so important. I'm not afraid to take a break in the middle of a class. 40 seconds there if you need an extra little rest. We got one more time through as we finish this minute of grapevine if you stuck with it. We're ready for those modified jacks. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 4 reaches to the sky. Anyone who sees me in a super challenging yoga class knows that I am not too proud I'm actually proud enough to know when I need to take a second and take a breath, to catch my breath and take a break, to give myself a stretch, and to honor that maybe some days something's not right for me, and that's okay. And I don't need to do that if it doesn't feel good. But I can at least try. What can you do? You know, it's like not all or nothing, especially in something like the yoga class. Can you just stand there and listen? Oh, take that 40-second break if you want. You know, being present really makes a big difference, however involved you are. Just showing up is the hardest part. Whatever else happens, you showed up. Side lunge, opposite leg, step out, step in. If you do one rep, better than zero, right? Maybe the next day you'll also do one rep, or maybe you'll do two, or maybe that day you need a break. But if you just keep coming back, push yourself. When you challenge yourself, you see change. And only you know what challenging yourself means. And it is not linear. It totally is a roller coaster. So enjoy the ride. Here's that 40-second break if you need it. There's going to be setbacks. It's like a miniature golf course, you know? Some days you get a hole in one, and some days your ball falls into the water. You need to get a new one. Start over. Front kicks. The last 2 minutes of work right here, and then we'll take a quick stretch. Keep breathing. Hopefully you're still feeling pretty in control of your breath. What's your rate of perceived exertion? Now, reminder, I'm here guiding you. So I'm getting some exercise, but I also recognize that the workout is your workout. When I work out for myself, I try to work at a rate of perceived exertion where we cannot have this conversation. If you want that break in 40 seconds, take it. So if you're at home working real hard and you're like, how is she talking so much? Well, A, do this every day. B, talk back to me. See how much more challenging it is when you are talking as well. You ready for that grapevine? Here we go. It really does actually add a lot more challenge to your workout when you have to have a conversation. Last time through. So make this grapevine your own. Maybe you want to get a little bit more jazzy or funky with things. And maybe you don't. That's okay too. We're almost there, everyone. Bring that smile to your face. There's the 40 seconds. If you want to stop now, this is our last move. If you want to keep going, we got 10 seconds left. All right. If you were still grapevining with me, let's go ahead and just take some tiny little taps of those feet forward. Shake your arms out, shake your chest out, shake your hips, shake your booty, shake those legs and knees. And then go ahead and plant your feet. Let's take some big deep breaths. Inhale your arms all the way up overhead. Stretch up from your waist, shoulders away from your ears, chest lifted. Inhale one more time from there, and then exhale, arms down. Let's do that again. Bend your knees. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, shoulders away from your ears, arms still up. Inhale, stretch from your waist. Press into your heels, squeeze your glutes, lift. And exhale, arms come all the way down. Nice. Quick little bang the drum. So just rotate gently side to side. Awesome. And then come somewhere. Let's stretch our calves really quickly since we did do a lot of steps today. So you can put your hands against a desk. I have a bend in my front knee, pressing that back heel down towards the floor. Be a little stretch in your hip flexor here. Also, if you're able to pick your chest up and just gently drive your hips forward and release, and let's switch. Stepping the opposite leg back, taking a bend in the front knee, pushing through that back heel, turning my hip forward, and then lifting the chest up. And stretching the calf, stretching the hips. Awesome. We did it. That's all the time that we have for today. I encourage you, if you want to take some more stretches, to do it. It's only going to make you feel better. And if you want more guided stretches, you can join me this afternoon for some yin yoga. We're going to focus on that lower body. I hope to see you there. Have a wonderful rest of your morning.